Hey everybody, it's Benny One, and I'm back at you with another episode review for Loki, everybody. And these will be spoiler-filled, just so you guys know. I keep the first episode spoiler-free, but from now on I will be spoiling the shit out of these episodes. So go check out the episode, and then come on back if you want to hear me chat about the episode of Loki, everybody. So I think that this second episode is a good companion episode and continuation of what they did in the first episode, because I'm enjoying this show a lot. Actually, I still think after 2 episodes that this show has really hit the ground running compared to WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, where those shows kind of took a good 3-4 episodes to really get rolling. This show is rolling right off the bat. So the first episode, they established all the rules with the TVA, and they set the groundwork and established and just built up what this show is going to be about, and the world building with the TVA, and Loki being told he's going to help them catch a variant of himself, because you find out at the end of episode 1 that they're after another version of Loki, another variant version of him that is messing with the timeline. So that's what you find out at the end of the first episode. So Mobius, who is played by Owen Wilson, and I gotta tell you what, guys, I said in my review for episode 1, I'm kind of 50-50 on Owen Wilson. I like some of the movies he's done over the years, and then I don't like some of them. I am enjoying his character so far in this TV show. Him and Tom Hiddleston as Mobius and Loki, their interactions together, their little banter and their dialogue with each other is awesome. It's, in my opinion, probably one of the best parts of this TV show so far. I'm enjoying it. Their interactions together in this episode are great, because Loki and him actually they go on a mission to try and catch this variant, and we go to, it's 1985, and it's at like a cosplay type thing, medieval type thing that's going on, and there's a crew from the TVA that gets sent there to try and catch this variant, and that I Need a Hero song that has been in freaking everything over the past week for some reason. It was in this episode of this show. It was in the freaking Masters of the Universe trailer, which was badass, by the way. And the Guardians of the Galaxy video game that they just announced, I'm like, damn, that I Need a Hero song is getting a big revival right now. So yeah, and the variant, Loki takes them all out, takes a prisoner, which actually is kind of an important thing later in the episode. So after that all happens, then, you know, Mobius and Loki get a crew together, and it's a funny little scene where Loki gets a coat and it says variant on the back of the coat. Those tiny little touches and details that they're doing in this show, I love. And Loki puts it on, and there's a discussion with them, you know, with the crew and everything, how they don't trust Loki, and like they're not going to give him a weapon or anything like that. So, and they go to this setting in 1985 to investigate what happened, and Loki kind of is playing dumb with them, and he's like telling them all this stuff about what he would do, and this is why he's going to be here, and you guys shouldn't go outside of the tent because he's waiting out there and he's going to get you. And it was like he was stalling. He was just kind of bullshitting them. And then they re-explain to us, and that's the thing about this episode is they really want to make sure that us as the audience know the rules of the TVA. They really want to make sure that we know the rules of the TVA, because they have Loki re-explain what the time reset device does, and how it resets time, erases everything that shouldn't be there, and gets the timeline back to where it should be. Because he was watching these training videos for the TVA, and he was like, they're boring. And he's like, for one, they're propaganda, which actually kind of plays into something that I think they're going to start exploring in the episode. Because Loki in this episode actually is learning, because he's smart. He's very smart. He's mischievous. And I think he's learning that these three, like, God, people, that these lizard god people that are like in charge of the TVA, and they're like the protectors of the timeline, and they're all this shit. He thinks that there's more going on with them that is like what they're being told, because he basically kind of discovers that they're the ones that are kind of dictating what is allowed to happen, instead of just letting time do its thing and let shit happen. He's under the belief that they're actually the ones that are kind of pulling all the strings and like actually making things happen. And I found that kind of interesting that they might go down that route and open that can of worms up. So, because he really wants to meet them, because he wants to overthrow them and take over. Of course, shocker. Loki's after power. That's all Loki wants, is power. He's funny to watch, and the freaking road that he goes on to get there maybe is entertaining as hell, but he's all about power. That's what he wants. That's why he's hanging out with these time variant people. Like, that is exactly why he's chilling, because when he does run into the variant Loki that they're trying to catch, they have a discussion with each other, and Loki flat out tells her, that's right everybody, her, it is the female Loki from the comic books that they recently have done within the past like 5 to 6 years. He tells her flat out, I want to take over. I want to dethrone their ass, and I want to be in charge of the TVA. So that's what Loki's all about. But yeah, guys, the show is just phenomenal so far. It's great. The Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston's characters, Loki and Mobius, when they're doing their, like, they're learning, and they're getting, like, documents and records, and they're trying to figure out where the variant is hiding, and they're doing this investigation shit at the TVA. It is so cool, because Loki actually figures out where the variant is hiding, and basically natural disasters or like world-ending moments or anything like that, like when Thanos snapped everybody, or he discovers that is where the variant is hiding, because the TVA don't notice things going wrong in the timeline when time is about to end, or a planet is about to explode, or a hurricane destroys a city, or a volcano erupts and destroys a city. If they go back to that moment and they're messing with time right there, like right before that shit happens, they don't pay attention to it, because time, it's gonna end. It's all gonna come to an end anyway. And Loki discovers that shit, and that's how they eventually find the variant version of Loki. And it's, God, I was surprised. I was shocked that it was the female version of Loki. Like, I was very shocked. I was like, holy shit, they're going down this route. Okay, I get it. This is awesome. So, and they were in like a shopping center store in like 2044 or some shit like that, 2048. I can't remember the exact year. It looked a little futuristic. They had brands in the store that we're used to seeing, so it was interesting shit. And he follows her, because she takes off, and Loki follows her and leaves Mobius and the crew there in that store, and that's where the episode ends, man. So far, I'm having a good time with this TV show. I'm enjoying it so far. It's rolling, man. They hit the ground running in the first one, and it is continuing on. So I'm excited to see where this show goes, because they're going to get into some crazy shit, I have a feeling, because they're dealing with time, for one thing. So anytime you're dealing with time and time travel and all that kind of shit, it always makes for interesting stuff. So, all right, everybody, another solid episode of Loki, everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed that spoiler-filled review, and be catching you on the tube later because I have spoken.